It's my first time in Uruguay and I only have 2 days to explore the country. So this video is just giving my first impressions of Colonia, where we are right now, and Montevideo, where I'm going this evening. I'm spending 3 months in Argentina at the moment, and it is actually really easy to go from Buenos Aires, which is where I'm based right now, to Uruguay. And you can just do it for a day trip to a place called Colonia, where we are right now, or you can stay here for a few days. So I took the ferry here this morning, and the ferry, by the way, was absolutely incredible. The terminal was nicer than most airports that I have ever visited. I managed to buy the tickets when they were having a little sale on, so we got them for pretty cheap, and overall I just really enjoyed the journey. I would thoroughly recommend this even if you're just doing it as a day trip. Por favor, las miniaturas de merluza para compartir, los sorrentinos de cordero y el salmón con papines. Yum, 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 yum. Ooh, cheers. Traveling with my boyfriend Sam at the moment, and we went to the cutest little restaurant called Amor. Whoa, that looks so pretty. I'm very claustrophobic, so naturally I have decided to go up this tiny staircase to the top of the lighthouse. I'm loving the experience. Just remembered I'm also afraid of heights sometimes, so I'm crouched down because you never know. Okay, back down. One thing I will say that I've noticed very quickly is that Uruguay is a lot more expensive than Argentina. But the reason that Argentina is so affordable for travelers is actually very negative for the locals. So it's for the best that you have to pay more money to stay here, because it's good news for the locals. And here in Uruguay, actually, they have a really interesting political past. They are a very democratic country. Their ex-president is very well known for being really modest and frugal and driving a really old car and not giving himself a huge salary. And for me, I study political science, so I find that really interesting. But even if that's not something that you're interested in, I definitely recommend this place because look at this view.
So what happened?
I went to get some churros and I was queuing for them. I'd already ordered them, and then I realized as I went to pay that I didn't have any local currency. I only have Argentine pesos, and I'm in the wrong country. And so this lady that was stood in front of us, she just turned around and she was like, "Don't worry, I'm gonna pay for your snacks," which was very nice of her, and now we're eating the free snacks. And it was so, like, it was just such a nice moment because we had a really lovely chat with the people. We had a nice, well, very brief chat with her. Muchas gracias. And they were so cosmopolitan. They were talking to me about British cinema, Western European cinema, and Turkish miniseries. Pero es un poquito más como las telenovelas en Turquía, ¿o no? No, es diferente. Right, now we're at the train station. We've already got... Oh, bus station. Oops. Ah, qué lindo. No usar agua del grifo para tomar. ¿No usar? No. No. Ok. Porque ahora está mal el agua. Okay, entiendo. Good morning. It's my second day here in Uruguay. We're in Montevideo right now, and I've already had a really nice day. So the very first thing we did is we went for food to this. It ended up being kind of a posh, like fancy restaurant, but the food was really nice. We had some local fish and a milanesa. Classic. After that, we went to a local market. We walked around a bit, but after that, we went to a coffee shop, and this is what I want to talk to you about because it was such a nice experience for me. The coffee shop was amazing. We got a cappuccino. It's delicious, but the main reason why it was so nice is that it turns out that the coffee shop was run by Czech people. I think a Czech couple. If you watch my channel, you may already know this. That's where I'm from. I was born there. My family are all from the Czech Republic, and so because of that, I got to have the experience of speaking Czech while on a weekend jaunt to Uruguay while I'm living in Argentina. Nic jsem viděla tam nahoře. Tak podívám se. Do you want to have a look at the cakes? Like, yeah, that is not at all what I was expecting. And we got 2 super Czech desserts. I was expecting to make this video more about Uruguayan food, but anyway, I couldn't resist because I don't live in the Czech Republic and I don't really get to have the food from there very often. So this is such a nice opportunity for me. We have just walked up to a square. This square that looks really nice. So we're gonna sit down and eat our desserts. I'm gonna talk you through them. This one's like choux pastry filled with cream, kind of custard and caramel on top. And this one is called golache. This is větrník. And this one is with pear, which is not very traditional, but looks really nice.
Oh, nice.
Uruguay, by the way, has the reputation as one of the most LGBTQ friendly places. Se terminaron para mí todas las palabras. traveling with 3 months with very minimal luggage, and I am desperate to buy new clothes, but I managed to restrain myself. I only got 2 things. Muchas gracias, que tenga un buen día. I'm very excited to wear them. And now we've come to the park to watch the sunset, which I'm doubtful that we're gonna see because this is what the sky looks like. And we found a fair and Mackie D's where I'm gonna go for a wee. You're not supposed to be. You're a secret. Dulce de leche milkshake. Big thumbs up.
£3.15 though. So.
£3.50. After coming here from Argentina, it feels very unaffordable.
Snatched it away.
Yeah, I want to snatch it. Oh, it's so good. It's our final evening in Montevideo and we are going to a tango show. I found this place on Google Maps. It had really good reviews. It costs about 3,000 local pesos per person, so it's pretty expensive. But they have a tango show, they've got live singers, and I think it's gonna be really cool. Adriano. Okay, nice. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's lovely. That's very nice.
So guys, in a few minutes we're gonna start with experience, so cheers and welcome.
Amazing, thank you so much. Where is the winery? Is it close to Montevideo?
It's south of Canelones, on the north of Montevideo, pretty near.
Nice.
Cheers.
It's lovely. Thank you.
Bring you this, just to try it. It's a beef hummus with focaccia bread.
Oh, very nice. And this is like a Christmas wine with cinnamon and...
It's the local grape, but make it like a port wine.
Oh,
It's
that's really good.
Yeah, cheers.
Okay, cheers.
Garufa, escucha que son divertidos. Ahora ahí arriba, Garufa, vos sos un caso perdido.
This is one of the biggest street markets I've ever been to. It's absolutely overwhelming and so full of people. If you keep going through the market, you'll come across this part of it, the more informal market where everything's just laid out on the floor. So one thing about Uruguay, weed is legal here, but as a tourist you don't have the right license to buy it. But if you come to one of these markets, I'm not doing it myself because we're about to leave, but you can buy weed brownies just in the street.
Did you try the weed here in this country?
We're looking into it, but it wasn't like easy to buy it as a foreigner.
No, if you're a tourist, no, you cannot. But if someone give you can do it on the street, no matter that. The same if you're just drinking on the street, it's the same. You cannot buy it, but you can use it. You can ask for a policeman to a lighter to turn on, and maybe that cup will ask you for a hat. Yeah, it's like that.
Sounds very promising. Okay. Well, that palace looks nice.
Very nice.
Yeah. But just walking around random streets of Montevideo, I will say a lot of it is pretty drab. I have enjoyed my trip here, but it's not the prettiest capital that I've been to. But that's not to say that only pretty cities are worth visiting. I think sometimes places that aren't the most beautiful can be almost more interesting. Okay, and now we've come to another market. I think this market has a lot of restaurants inside it, and it was recommended to me very kindly by a follower over on Instagram. Well, this looks cool. Much glossier, much kind of more luxurious than I thought from the outside. Apparently I'm having a day of markets and this one is really amazing. There's so many different food options. The prices are so high because this is Montevideo, but I'm really impressed. I'm really enjoying it. Great recommendation. Okay, I'm having the one dish that I've been told is very typical of Uruguay. A chivito. That's really good.
Oh, delicious.
Okay, so we have accidentally got this ginormous afternoon tea. That's great. Okay, I'm gonna start with the churros. Hola, buenas tardes. Sí, soy Sabina. Gracias. Time to go back to Argentina. I have to hide some.